Hi everyone. Today I'm going to make for you a dish that my kids and I, not my kids, I should say my daughter and I and my daughter-in-law loved when we used to go to Louis Seafood. Louis Seafood was a restaurant on Tremont Avenue in Throgs Neck, the Bronx. When I got divorced, my ex-husband used to take my sons every Friday night to a movie and Louis Seafood. Louis Seafood had the best pizza, one of the best in the Bronx, I have to say. And they had this dish that all the girls would order because it was, as my son would say, poofy. It's called chicken a la Louis. Now, of course, it was named after Louis, the owner. Anyway, it was a chicken cutlet dish that we would have, and on top of it was mushrooms, onions, and peppers. But not regular peppers, vinegar peppers. And when I told my daughter I was making this for the video, she said, remember, you gotta use canned mushrooms. I said, canned mushrooms? She said, yeah, when I make it with the canned mushrooms, it comes out exactly like Louis Seafood. I said, why? She said, because when you make it with the regular mushrooms, too much liquid comes out of the mushrooms. And remember, you gotta drain the can of mushrooms until it's very, very dry. I said, okay, I'm gonna try it your way. Well, not your way, but Louis Seafood way. She said, can't you tell the difference between a fresh mushroom and a canned mushroom? I said, okay. So now I'm doing the cutlets, and I'm gonna fry them up right here. And I have a video for fried cutlets on my YouTube channel that I'll put the link in the recipe. So, because I'm doing a quick version here. And you could see the video of how I do my chicken cutlets. And also, the video will show you how to do the chicken cutlets, and you could do chicken parmigiana from there. All right, so I'm gonna fry these up. There we go. Look at that little bubble. I love when that bubbles. Anyway, I'm gonna fry my cutlets until they're golden brown, and then I'll be back to do the second part of the topping that goes on chicken a la Louis. Okay, so I have all the cutlets fried. I've got my vinegar peppers broken up, and there's some vinegar juice in there that's very important. And I have the canned mushrooms. So when I have a medium onion here and 2 large cloves of garlic, what I'm gonna do is saute the garlic a little bit and maybe take it out because we don't want it to have that chunk in there. So let's saute this. I have about 3 tablespoons of olive oil in the pan, heating up. So let's see here. It's not as hot as I thought it was. I'll be back when it's hot. All right, so the garlic is browned. I'm gonna take these jumbo pieces out. I'll save them. I'm a garlic eater. Not that I'm gonna have it like that, but anyway. So the oil is hot. I got the onion here. I'm gonna put the onion in. Alrighty. I'm gonna saute the onion. I'm gonna lower this here. And I'll be back when the onions are done. So the onions saute, they're a little bit brown. I'm adding the mushrooms. Mixing it in. Adding a little bit of salt. Sometimes I use kosher salt. which I like to use a lot. Let this heat up. And we're going to add the peppers. Cut them up however you like. I don't like them too big. Remember, you got to use some of the juice because the vinegar goes on the cutlets. Now all you have to do is heat this up. You don't have to cook it very long because the mushrooms are cooked. The peppers are done. You just want to mix it in till it's hot. That's all. Okay. When this is hot, I'll be back to taste it for you. And I can't wait. Okay, so it's hot enough. Don't make it get too mushy. I shut the heat off. And now I'm going to plate that. This is my dinner. Delicious dinner. I'll be back. Okay, so here we go. We're going to take some pepper, some onions, some mushrooms. That's good. I hope you try it. Chicken a la Louis.